What advice would you give to individuals trying to balance their life? So what advice would you give to people like us, like we, all of us trying to balance our work life? Thank you.
It would still go back to so many things of what we have been talking about since. It depends on the side of the divide you are. If you are a subordinate, then it's a different perspective. But if you are if you're managing people, just like I have said, you have to have your to-do list. You have to have your team on board with your to-do list. You have to understand your manager, understand your deliverables, you know, do a SWOT analysis on your team, know the people that when you give them tasks, you can run with it to the end, they can run with it to the end. Then the ones that you need to have support and to do a follow-up with, you know, just have a very good understanding of your deliverables, of your work, of what you need to do. Also, of course, of your home and the times that you really need to do intervention. Of course, if I have kids and all those things to take care of that, we would have a different perspective, because in that case, you also now have people who are dependent on you, who you have to be responsible to give time into, because yeah, you can be so busy, but your kids also need your time. So you must, everything, you have to like place everything on the table and then begin to do your apportionment and bring in everybody that, even with your kids, I believe that when I have kids, I'm going to bring them on board the same way I bring my team on board to say, guys, okay, this week, this is your delivery, this is the things you need to do. When do you think we need to do this? When do you think, you know, just make everybody, it's a team. At the end of the day, you need to learn that you cannot, winning for you is not just about you being in the forefront of the winning. It has to be the whole team winning. So once you have that ideology, for me, I feel that it becomes easy for you to bring everything in and say, guys, this is what we need to do. And when you are in subordinate, even sometimes the people in my team are the ones that say, oh, madam, what do you think? What are we doing this week? How should we do it? You can push, you know, you can, because it also helps you to know you are not just working and, you know, not having goal congruence with your team. You have to know, you have to be in sync, so to say, so that you know you are working as a team, you are not doing something and you would have exert so much energy and then they bring you back to say, oh, this is what you need to do. So at all times, I think that communication is key with everybody, with top down, the people on top, the people below, the people at par, so that you're able to work in a way that you bring out the best in everybody. For me, that's how it works for me, really.
Thank you. For me, I will try to just quickly touch different perspectives, because in the span of my career, I have passed through the stages of being the least in the organization and also moving to the middle level and now to the current level, alhamdulillah. It is, for me, I would say you have to plan it on these 5 assets. Family first. Don't think, first of all, that the work will not go on without you. That is standard. Forget that part. I used to be a workaholic, like work. I always think it's all about work. It's all about work. But, and this was me 7 years ago. But I have lived through the growth and I've seen different perspectives to work. So plan this, what works for me. I plan my 5 assets, my family, work, religion, and then the professional development and other commitment. So in doing this, I try to prioritize. And when I prioritize what is not important at that time, I eliminate it or postpone or suspend it. I eliminate waste. I prioritize, I eliminate waste. So, but ultimately, to be honest with you, prayer is very important. And why do I say this? I have been in a very, very serious situation that, okay, imagine managing different countries, and in the same week, the executives of 3 of these countries escalated my activity, my work, my team. And, you know, I was at the same time on the same day, and it coincided with Zoom prayer. The first thing I did, with all those emails, escalation, everybody making calls, I just went to make my prayer. I went for Zuhr, and wallahi, unknowingly, how I was able to manage the situation came by the grace of Allah, unknowingly. So sometimes even your professional skill will fail you. You will be in a situation that your professional skill is unusable. You don't even know what to do. So this is a practical example. And then if you want to delegate, what if you are the least at work? You are the least at work that you cannot even delegate, and they are putting so much workload on you. Sometimes we need to differentiate whether we are confused of what to do or we are actually stressed because of work overload. So if you are confused, seek help. Even if you are the least or you are the top, seek help. But if it's work overload, speak up. If you cannot speak up, because our situation, I've worked in a company that you cannot even say anything. It's either you accept or you lose your job. And I've worked in a company, or I'm still working in a company that entertain speak up. So if you're in that situation, irrespective of situation you are, always put Allah forward, put God first in all you do. I'm telling you, He will always make a way. I am not here today speaking on my floor or the little I have attained to this point of my life, because I'm not saying I pray all the time, but sometimes I just acknowledge that none of them is by my work, is by my doing. It's just because of the grace of Allah. And if you pray, even when, like I said, when I had that incident, I went for Zuhr prayer and I came back within 2 days. What should have even it should have taken like maybe 2 weeks or more. Within 2 days, all the executives, they calmed down. I said it also when I went for prayer that Allah, I'm in a mess and I need your guidance. And you know, Zuhr prayer is normal for us to go, but additional incident that happened or situation made me to seek for special requests from Allah that I need guidance at this time. And it's really, really very helpful. So irrespective of where we are, we need to be deliberate about planning our life, which is, for me, 5 tracks work for me. Family first, work, professional, the religious, and other commitment. The other commitment also, whether it is other commitment or any of the remaining 4, I try to track my performance. And when I'm tracking my performance, there is a limit. Allowable limit, maybe if I deviate by 10%, it's fine. 20%, I need to watch it. 30%, I must take immediate corrective action. So I track my performance despite prioritizing them. Am I able to deliver as at when which one is encroaching into other? Work usually encroaches into our family life. So we need to be conscious of that. So thank you. That's the bit for me. Thank you.